Banyak pula benda aku nak kena cucuk ni. Sekejap Okay. iPad. Ada meeting petang ni. Okay, so korang dah baca belum? Slide yang I dah bagi tu, yang dah I share dah. Total value management. Tak best lah macam ni, senyap-senyap. Korang biar je lah mic korang tu hidup, kecuali yang ada adik-adik tengah buat PDPR kan. Ataupun mak-mak yang tengah memasak. Then korang tak payahlah hidup. Yang mana duduk dekat bilik seseorang ke, kat bilik tidur seseorang. Cuba korang hidupkan korang punya mic. I rasa macam I cakap dengan skrin seseorang macam orang gila lah.
Boleh.
Biar. Yang duduk seseorang, Luqman, duduk seseorang. Aku hidupkan kau punya mic tu.
Boleh.
Kan? Tak adalah asal nak cakap kena tunggu buffer 2-3 saat. Oh, baru ada jawapan kan. Tak menarik. Okey. Beli tu aku ni. Mic aku ni. So dah ada soalan tentang total value management. Apakah itu total value management? Kalau tak ada soalan, I nak tanya ni. Luqman, nyala-nyala tapi tak keluar lagi. Okay, share content Let me share content screen. Okay, now you nampak I punya screen. Sorry, I belum buka semua-semua lagi. So, you akan nampak lah I membuka-buka segala-gala macam benda dekat dalam I punya directory. Khusus, economics, slide, lecture. Okay, so kalau korang tengok, okay, boleh kita start ke hari ni? Dah ramai dah cukup ramai dah. Berapa ramai dah? Kat mana nak tengok? Ting. 58. Katalah 68 macam yang ada 10 kat depan. Mana lagi kita ada 99 orang kan? Di manakah yang lain-lain? Tak apalah, kalau yang lain-lain tu lambat masuk, it's okay. Kalau tak masuk pun tak apa. Kita adults education. So kalau nak masuk boleh, tak masuk tak apa. Yang penting korang boleh jawab exam. Itu je. Okay. So hari ni, I nak cerita sikit tentang TVM. I hope everybody dah baca. Tapi sedikit ringkasan tentang gist dia. Apa fundamental TVM ni adalah, okay, ada sesiapa nak tolong jawab? Adalah, mana sebenarnya nama kan? Luqman je aku ingat. Luqman, what do you understand by TVM, Luqman? Time value of money. Kesian Luqman, dia kata menyesal aku jadi student thesis dia kan. Nama aku jadi ingat. Okay Luqman, cepat. Tak apa Luqman, bagus lecturer ingat nama awak. Nanti awak boleh dapat markah extra. What do you understand by time value of money? If you can share with us with your own words. Hai, mana ni? I tak dengar suara you lah. Your mic tak hidup kot. Oh, anybody else? Anybody else want to try? Halo, boleh saya dapatkan feedback? Sebab saya dengar senyap je di sebelah sini. So saya tak tahu korang ni berada ke atau saya yang dah terkeluar kelas.
Ada doktor.
Dia macam investment doktor.
Apa dia? Investment?
Yep.
Apa investment? Ulang balik jawapan.
So maksudnya kalau kita macam invest lah doktor, value duit sekarang akan jadi lebih banyak in the future lah.
Okay, sebab kita menginvest di dalam satu-satu tempat, maka duit tu macam somehow dia ada interest, dividend and everything, so dia bertambah ya. Okay, good try. Anybody else want to try? Money ni dia basically adalah berkenaan parameter masa, seperti nama dia, masa dan juga duit. Before that, do we have any international student here? Ataupun student yang bukan student. Ada? Because kalau ada, do I need to speak in English atau boleh je Melayu dan campur dan sesuka kita? Kita ada international student tak dalam ni?
Ada Dr. Al-Amin.
Siapa? Al-Amin? Seorang je?
Yes, Doktor. Yes.
Seorang je. Daripada mana tu?
Sudan.
Okay, Al-Amin, are you here in the class?
Yes, Doctor.
Oh yeah, okay. So you are international student, and now you are in Sudan or you are in Malaysia?
No, now I am in my country.
Now you are in
My country.
your country, in Sudan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what time in Sudan now? Morning? Night?
Now is 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Okay. Can you understand if we mix a little bit with Bahasa Melayu, or you cannot understand? Zero. Do you have any language?
You can mix, no problem.
Yeah, I can mix it. Yeah, okay. So basically, the time value of money, we have like two parameters here that we need to take into consideration, which is the time itself and the money. As we go along time, the value of the money is either decreasing or increasing. So it depends. Okay, depends on itu yang kita ada, all the GDP, all the inflation rates, all the depreciation rates. So depending on the situation on that particular of time. Okay, for example, a simple example, if power of expenses, okay, power of buying, with the 10 ringgit, here we use ringgit Malaysia. So 10 ringgit in 10 years back, you can get like maybe one meal for your lunch. Okay, one complete meal with the chicken and the rice and the vegetables, complete meal for your lunch. But nowadays, maybe with the same amount of 10 ringgit, you can only have like maybe like one part, just half a part of a chicken. So maybe the value of purchasing, the power of buying is much lesser. Okay. Dulu, one time ago, we sell our kuih. Kuih is what? Kuih is what in bahasa Inggeris? like our snack. Okay, we sell our snack. Okay, 2 ringgit you can get like 3 snacks, three curry puff. Nowadays, 5 curry puff. So nowadays, with the same value of money, you only can get like 3 curry puff. So that is what we call as time value of money. The value of the money change accordingly to the time. Okay, so it changed to is either increasing or decreasing, as I said, depending on the economic situation on that particular country at that particular moment of time. Okay, so this is the description of what is actually the time value of money. So maybe later you can read it later, but the concept of TVM is actually how value of money change, okay, through times, because this will as a principle or fundamental in later when you want to do the calculation of interest. Okay, when you want to consider when you want to apply for a loan, for example, so we have interest. So 100k of loan, okay, you have like what, 4% of interest. So each year, okay, how much that you need to pay for the interest and the principal. So how they determine the 4% of interest or the 3% of interest? And if you are going for the housing loan, so they have like the interest plus BLR. So the BLR is fluctuate. So sometimes it's like 0.5, sometimes it's going higher, 1.5. So it's fluctuate, okay, according to the economics of status of that country. Okay, so here a certain terminology that you need to understand when we talk about economic analysis. The first one is the TVM just now. And then you must understand the value of the money, change it over time. And also you need to understand about the PV. Okay, what is PV? PV is a present value factors. Okay, so what is actually present value factors? It's actually a factor that will, like, in a simple way, is something like you want to calculate at this particular moment of time, inclusive the interest given to you and the years, given years to you. N is actually the number of years, and R is the interest rate, okay, given to you. So you can calculate at this particular 2021 what is your PV factors, and then you times your PV factors with your principal, and you get the exact value of your money at 2021. And let's say 10 years from now, 2031, so you calculate your PV factors for 2031, you times with your principal, and then you can get the value of your money at 10 years from now. So what is that actually value of the money now, and value of your money another 10 years from now? Okay, so that is what we call present value. Okay, factors deal with the idea of time value for money by trying to estimate the current value per dollar to be received at a future date, later, maybe next year, another 2 years, 3 years, or another 5 years from now. So what is actually the value with the investment that you made today? What will you get for another, let's say, 5 years or 10 years from now? Okay, so that you need to calculate the present value by using these present value factors. So this is the formula for the present value factors. It's a very simple one. All the figures or parameters like the N and R normally will be given to you. So you just simply plug in the numbers and do your calculation lah. Okay. Okay, so next is how you calculate. Okay, there's 3 methods of calculating your future value. The first one is the future value of a single amount. Okay, single amount means this is one time of investment and one particular year. Okay, will be asked to you. Okay, let's say 1 year from now. Okay, how much will you get in return for that 1,000 ringgit that you have spent? Or maybe 2 years from now. So this is the timeline. Okay, this is how they explain in the graphic form. So the example here saying that, let's say you invest or you make a loan for 1,000 at the very beginning of the year, and after 1 year with the 10% of interest per year, how much will you get after 2 years? Okay, or you need to pay after 2 years. So this is a very simple example. So you just calculate at the end of year 1 with the 10% of interest, you will get 1,100, and then you do the same formula, same calculation, you repeat again for the year 2. So then you can get your year 2. Let me hide this meeting box. So at the end of the year 2, you will add another 1,010 ringgit because your principal at year 2, you will start with 1,100, not 1,000. At year 1, your principal will start with 1,000. And at year 2, to calculate your year 2, your principal will be you will use the 1,100 as your principal. Then you times 0.1 for the 10% of interest per year. Then you will get your amount or your return on year 2, which is 1,210 ringgit. Okay, so this is a very simple and straightforward calculation. Okay, for method number 2. Method number 2, dah kenapa dia tak gerak? Okay, just now I show you one sample of calculation using the graphic form, using the timeline. So you have the ruler here. Okay, you have time 0, year 0, year 1, year 2, and year n. Okay, and this one is straight away using the formula. Formula, which is the FV, is the future value. So you have to calculate the future value, right? The 2 years from now. So it means it's the FV. So present value is now, So nowadays, what is the present value? And then times 1 plus R. R is your interest rate and N is the years. Let's say you want to calculate just now is 2 years. So N you change into 2, R in 0.1. And then you times by your PV is actually your current value, which is 1,000. So you will get straight away using the formula, you can get the same answer as you doing the graphical methods just now, which is you get 1210. Sama kan? 1210. Okay, so later in your assignment or in examination, you can use either or. You can use using, because some students, they are more towards a graphical methods, because they can see clearly the timeline. Okay, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. You can see the money change or the movement of the money. But some students, they can straight away, with the high imagination, they can simply use the formula. So they just put it in the formula and straight away get the value for the particular years that we ask. So it's both is acceptable. So you can use either or. Okay. Normally I can accept all answers. Good. So this one is the second method. The second method is about doubling the period. So just now we have the single period, single payment. So this one is a doubling period. What does it mean by doubling period? Okay, anybody want to try? I don't have the list name lah kan? I should have your list name. Let me see. Okay, maybe Azah. Azah, are you there? Azah Samsuri. Samsuri, betul lah. Ada tak? Azah kat mana?
Hello?
Ya. Yeah. Okay, what do you understand by doubling period? Maksudnya apa?
Saya ke Masita? Saya?
Boleh lah. Siapa ni? Saya panggil Azah. Tapi siapa? Masita?
Oh, salah. Sorry.
Tak apa. Boleh je. Ada pun slide kat sini. Cuba you baca. Okay, in your own words. In your own words. Apa yang you faham dengan doubling period ni? What do you understand with the doubling period?
Doktor, saya baru masuk. Sebab saya punya impact tak ada request tu. Saya tak tahu apa-apa pasal tadi.
Tak apa. Kita orang pun baru je start. Ni baru slide nombor 2 kot.
Oh. Okay.
Slide ni ada bagi sebelum ni pun. So I just bukanlah nak ni pun. I just nak revise je. Actually I've given the slide yesterday. So I expect that you guys have gone through or read through the slides. So I just nak share, kalau if you have any problem, just nak go through, glance through je pun, tak adalah nak mengajar sangat. So you dah baca, have you read the slide? Atau you tak baca?
Belum.
Belum, okay. Alright, okay. So basically for this doubling period, we want to know, okay, if we invest 1K, okay, how long will it take for us to get 2K? As simple as that. Macam tu je. Nama pun doubling period. So, how much the principal will be doubled? Okay. How long will it take to get from 1K to 2K? If this is like, 3K to 6K. Okay. How long will it take? So, how to calculate? So, how to calculate is we using the rule of 72. What is rule of 72? Rule of 72 says that 72, okay, don't ask me why they choose number of 72. Okay. 72 divide by the interest. Let's say this is 8% interest, so divide by the interest. So 72 divide by the R. Then you get the years for the doubling. It means that, okay, if you invest now for 1K, after 9 years, then you can get your money double into 2K. Okay. Faham?
Okay.
We have another formula yang kat sini. So, slightly more calculative rules is the rule of 69, which state the doubling period as 0.35 plus 69 over interest. But it's much simpler for you to use the 72. So 72 divide by the interest, then you get the years. Kalau ni 69 divide by interest and then you have to plus 0.35. Then you get your answer of how long will it take to double up your money. Okay, so just now we have the future value. Okay, number one tadi kita ada future value. FV of a single amount. Now kita nak calculate another way around. You want to calculate the PV. Just now we have the PV. You need to calculate the FV. So now we have the FV and you want to calculate the PV. So as simple as you terbalikkan aja lah the formula. Okay. Okay, you terbalikkan the formula. So this is the formula for the PV, which is the FV. Okay. Times 1 over R. Your 1 over R powered by N. Yang tadi FV kita ada FV is equal to PV times 1 plus R powered by N. So this one we just terbalikkan formula. So you get the PV punya formula. So how to calculate the PV? You must have your future value FV. So your FV here is 1000K. Your R adalah 8%. Your N adalah 3 years. So plug in all the numbers and you can get your answer. If you want to get 1000K at year 3, so now you need to invest 794 at this PV, present value of time. So now invest 754 after 3 years and you can get your 1K. This is all plus the interest. How you can calculate? Just using the formula of PV or formula of FV. Then you terbalikkan, you get your PV. Okay, senang kan? Okay, number 4 is to calculate your FV, future value of an annuity. Annuity means tahunan. Annual. Alright. Sekejap. Ada telefon. Okay, I need to answer the phone. Wait. Alright. Okay. So, future value of an annuity. So, we continue. So, what are the difference between future value of an annuity and future value of single period just now? What can you see? What are the difference? Future value of an annuity meaning that every year you're going to add in your principal. This is just for the example. Okay, so we use a simple one. So every year we say that you're going to invest 1K. Okay, let's see in examination or in real life, maybe the figure is not that simple. So maybe this year you want to add 1K, next year you want to add maybe like 2.5K, and after maybe you have some money problem, you want to buy a house, so you're just able to invest another 0.5K. So number maybe not as simple as this one and not as uniform as this one lah. Okay, not consistent like every year 1K. So it depends on your spending. So this example says that for an annuity means every year you're going to add up your investment. For example, the year 0, you start with 1,000. Year 1, you add another 1,000. Year 2, you add another 1,000. Year 3, and another 1,000, and followed by year 4 you add another 1,000. So in total, with the 5K of investment, after year 4, how much will you get in the future value? Okay, so this is the formula of annuity, a series of payment or a series of investment when you have add up your money every annual or every year. Okay, so you have like A. Oh, wait. Wait, another phone call. Alright, sorry for the interruption. Okay, so let's say you add up all your investment every year. So the formula will be every future value of an annuity of n years. So in this case, in 4 years, is equivalent with A is the annuity, the money that you invest for that particular of year, times, okay, 1 plus R, again R is interest and is the year, that particular year, okay, minus 1, okay, divide by interest. So that particular of year, this N, because it's going to have like this, a summation of every year. So for year, we have like 4 years. So for year 4, this is your annuity. Annuity dia adalah 1K, okay, 1,000, okay, times 1 plus, because we have like 10%. So 1 plus 0.1, so you get 1.1. 1.1 and at this case is 4, number 4. And then you repeat for year 3. If this one is 2,000, then your annuity here will be 2,000. So in this case, because it's 1,000, so you can see that everything is like 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, something like that lah. So this one will change according to your investment, okay? As I said, example normally it's very simple, but examination not this simple, okay? Okay, and then times with the formula, and then N, your N, which is your third year. This one for your second year. This one for your first year. This one is for your 0 years. Then you add up everything, so you get your future value. By year 4, you can get 6,105 ringgit by investing 5K in your account with the interest rate of 10%. Okay. So far so good kan? Simple kan? As I said, this class I will explain with you just a simple one only. Okay, simple, short lecture because I don't want to give everything in one lecture. So I memang break down WBS, work breakdown structure. I memang break down the topic into a very small topic.
Doktor mute.
Doktor, mic off.
Your mic mute.
Ya Allah, aku dah bercakap dari tadi. Okay,
Tak ada
mana
doktor,
tadi?
sekejap je.
Apa
Sebenarnya
doktor boleh
kita dah
ulang
conclude.
balik?
Okay, sebenarnya korang dah boleh baca sendiri je bukan daripada slide. Sorry. So, I just told you, okay, I just bagi tahu just now, this is the formula for annuity. So you just plug in. So you see my cursor, my arrow moving, but you cannot hear my voice, right? Sorry.
Doktor, sebenarnya tadi doktor dah cerita semua.
Dah cerita?
Suddenly just mic off. Sebenarnya dah semua doktor dah cerita kiri kita boleh
suddenly
dengar.
mic turn off Oh, okay.
Ya.
So tadi example ni pun sudah cerita lah, you dengar lah.
Dengar.
Okay, cun. I tertekan lah kot. Okay, then, senang kan? So it's very simple one. So tak ada masalah apa. So actually benda ni just you fahamkan the concept of value of the money change over time. Itu je. That's why in this topic we have TVM. So dalam TVM you need to know how to calculate the present value and the future value. So some of people, as I said, they love to have this kind of timeline. They can see the money clearer. So they can see like, okay, this year masuk berapa, next year masuk berapa, yang interest dia berapa, yang masuk berapa, dapat berapa. Okay, but some of the student, they can like, okay, masuk terus in the formula. So both can accepted. So just now kita ada FV of an annuity. So meaning that you need to calculate the future here when you have annuity like this. So next, kita nak calculate the present value. How much to invest if you want to have this money stream like this for your year 1, year 2 and year 3. So how much that you need to invest now, the present value. Okay, so for this one, it's like a reverse calculation. Concept is a reversal of the future value of annuity. So when you need to reverse, maksudnya you just calculate secara terbalik lah, kan? So the formula akan jadi terbalik lah. So you just pindahkan je lah kan. Formula dia apa tadi? Macam ni. So yang you nak cari adalah you punya present value, which is this one. Yang ni you don't know this one. You want to find, in this series you want to find this PV. So how much this PV? When you know your FV and you know your interest and the year related and all the money that you invest for each of the year. Okay, so macam ni you akan ada year 1, you annuity 1K and the formula 1/1 plus R times year 1. So year 1 is 1 lah. And then year 1. And you do the same one for year 2. And you do the same one for year 3. And you have and now you don't plus is supposed to be plus PV. So you plus PV, so you need to calculate. Dia bagi tak you nilai FV? The concept is the PV of this stream of benefit at the discount. Okay, dia tak bagi punya nilai FV. Okay, dia sepatutnya bagi punya nilai FV lah. So, okay, so in this case, mana dia dapat 2,000 ni? Okay, sepatutnya dia akan bagi, okay, supposedly they give you the value of your FV. So that you can calculate your PV kat sini. So, we assume that this is the FV given to you. So, it's supposedly you have like another plus PV. So, then you solve all this year 1, year 2 and year 3. You add up everything and you bring it here and you can get your PV. Your PV for the annuity of year this one lah, year 0. Which is the annuity. Betul lah. 1/. Ini adalah kan dia 1 plus R. So bila dia terbalikkan formula, so you can get the 1/. Okay. Alright, so this is the present value for annuity. So now more towards the description part, the PV and FV. What are the difference? So PV is our current money. FV, of course, as the name literally, so it's a future value of the money. Okay, apa beza dia? And then this is the 7 infographic differences. Nowadays, like people love to see the infographic because they can understand better. So, in terms of the meaning, in terms of the time frame, in terms of the inflation rate ni inflasi kan, inflation effect of the value of the money, and then in terms of the rate applicable decision making, this one is more towards explanatory slide lah. So maybe you can just simply read it and understand it, nothing much to calculate, so you just simply read the slide. Okay, so that is about TVM. And I would like to share with you another slide because TVM ni sepatutnya slide untuk last week kan. So for this week, tapi I tak share lagi dekat you, dekat dalam iFolio. Lecture number 2 is about compound interest. Compound interest example 8. Monthly, quarterly dan juga monthly, quarterly, annually. Betul lah. Weekly tak ada Okay. Okay. Boleh tak just one more part? Sikit je. Slide dia ada 6 je.
Boleh doktor. Boleh.
Kejap. Okay. So, for another 6 slide. How you going to use, how you want to calculate your compound interest? Besar. Saya tak nak besar. Okay. Compound interest. Kalau kita pinjam dekat loan, okay, if we go for the loan punya bank loan, tak kisahlah car loan ke, housing loan ke, they have some interest that we need to pay kan. So the interest calculated compoundedly. So it's either kalau macam your card credit, if you have card credit, then they akan calculate you monthly. If you have loan rumah ataupun loan rumah ke, ASB punya investment, the interest or the dividend they compounded according to annually. So there are a few, depends lah on the bank. So a few calculation you can calculate to count the interest. So how they going to calculate the interest? Okay, this is how they going to calculate the interest. A few example, compound, which the interest that compounded annually. So this is the formula of compound and interest. I rasa benda ni simple. Okay, this one, the one that I say that luckily that we have online test or online assessment because you can use Excel. This one, the one in last week, I told you about some of students, they develop the Excel. Every time they finish the class, they straight away develop the Excel and they formularize the Excel as this one. So whenever the exam or test take place, so he or she just simply add in the figures and they get the numbers, the answer here. So you are lucky that you have online assessment, so you can do that. But in the case of physical assessment or examination, you cannot have Excel file with you. So you need to use formula, calculate manually, times if like you say 5 years, like you have like 5 sequence of calculations, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, add, like that lah. Okay, so luckily that you can use computer now. So this is compounded annually. So annually, for example, Mr. Z makes an initial investment 5K. Okay, for the period of 3 years. So 5K is the principal, 5K is the principal, and then your end will be 3 years. Okay, find the value of investment after the 3 years if the interest rate is 10% and compounded annually. Okay, the question will tell you annually or monthly or weekly or whatever lah. Yeah. Okay, if annually, it's very simple. So annually, so then you're going to have this formula, which is P is your principal. In this case, we have 5K. And then the PV formula, Okay, 1 plus R. R is your interest, which is 0.1 over your M. Okay, M in this case is what? 1. Okay, what is M? M is a number of time compounded annually. Okay, this is where you're going to change over formula. Later you're going to see that the M will be changed into like, if quarterly into 4, if monthly into what, 12 ke berapa. Nanti kita tengok lah. Okay, we see the example later. So in this case, because compounded annually, you're going to receive the interest once, only one time. So your M will be only 1. Okay, and then power by MT. MT is 1 and your T is 3 years. So 1 times 3 years, you get 3. So here you get something like this. And you solve the formula, equation, and you get your A is 6655 ringgit Malaysia. After 3 years, you're going to accumulate or you're going to get 6,655 ringgit when you invest 5K now, today. Okay, so this is what we this is how we calculate if the interest rate is compounded annually. Let's say the interest rate compounded monthly. So you see what's the difference? Using the same formula. Okay, this is the situation. Okay, tadi Mr. Z, now Mr. X. Lepas tu Mr. Y, lepas tu Mr. S. Okay. Invest 10K. So 10K it will be your principal. Over 5 years, your N or your time will be 5. And your interest rate, your R will be 0.03. 3% compounded monthly. So this is monthly. Maksudnya in 1 year, how many transactions will you get if it's compounded monthly? So in 1 year, we have 12 months. So you're going to change your M here. Number of time compounded monthly adalah 12. Kan? Because 1 year, we have 12 months. So the transaction will be monthly. So your M will be 12. Boleh. And then your M kat sini will be 12 times T. T is the year of 5. So 12 times 5, you get 60. Sini. Okay. So far so good? Boleh?
Boleh, Doktor.
Boleh.
Okay. Then you solve the equation and you get your answer here. Okay. Sama je formula dia. Cuma be careful in the question. It's either they mention you directly monthly ke, annually ke, weekly ke, whatever, or they give you in terms of the timetable. Okay, this is the timetable of the transaction that we get. Aku tengoklah kat situ kan, maybe the date macam mana, ataupun berapa kali dia punya transaction within 1 year. So you need to be careful on the M kat sini. The rest formula is the same. Okay. Kalau dia kata quarterly, so nampak tak apa beza dia? Kita lah, ni atas ni, so this is your P, this is your T, this is your R. What is your M? So compounded quarterly. So quarterly meaning that in 1 year you're going to be berapa banyak transaction? Quarterly 3 bulan sekali. 3 bulan Quarter. Quarter bukan 4 ke? Setahun bagi 4 bayaran. 4 bagi, okay, 3 bulan. So quarterly means 3 bulan sekali. Okay, once in 3 times. 1 in 3 months. So in 1 year you're going to get 4 transaction. So you change your M into 4. The rest sama lah. 10K R to 0.02. And then your T adalah 2. Then you put it into the formula. Your M adalah 4. 4 times 2 you get 8. This is 0.02. You solve the equation and you get your A berapa? After 2 years. So after 2 years, you get this much of money in your bank account. Okay, boleh Senang kan? Senang je. Okay. Yang ini, what about this one? Okay, yang ni is a little bit tricky. Apa dia punya tricky? Tricky, just now you have interest rate given to you. 10%, 8%, 2%, okay? Berapa persen lah. So in this case, you need to calculate the interest rate. Okay, which is that you need to calculate the R value. So how to calculate the R value? Using the same formula, you just ting tong, bring all P here, bring M here, bring MT here, bring. Sekolah menengah kan? Tajuk rumus. Okay. So, put your R as your tajuk rumus. Tajuk rumus orang putih cakap apa? Tak belajar orang putih dulu. Tajuk rumus.
Apa dia? Unknown.
Unknown? Oh, okay. Put the R as your unknown here. So, you bring every known here. Okay. Every known here. R here. So, tuntang. You tongkan terbalik. You akan dapat you punya value of R. You have your P, which is 1,000. You have your T, 10 years. You have your A. A pula ini apa? 1,006 ajalah. You have your A, 1,600. Kan? Yeah. And then, so you have your A, you have your P, you have your M, and you have your T. Compounded yearly. So when it says that compounded yearly, it means your M berapa? Your M adalah 1. Okay, so you have all the figures. So you put your unknown R, okay, over here, and you do your calculation, and you can get your R is equivalent to 4.81%. Just main-main dengan formula je lah. You tolak sana, you tolak sini, you tolak situ, sana, sini, situ. Alright, boleh ya? So this one very simple. So maksudnya as in the first example, you've given your R and you need to calculate after certain years. With this kind of payment, how much that you get annually, and you have the monthly, and you have the quarterly. And the last example, if, okay, everything given to you, calculate the value of R. So now, calculate the value of R, bring the unknown and put in the formula and you can get your answer. Dia terbalikkan aja. Okay, any questions so far? Macam senang kan? Lebih senang sangat ni. Budak engineering belajar formula straightforward ni, alamak. Kan senang sangat kan? Korang punya formula design lagi huru-hara aku tengok. Dengan yang mathematic for engineering differential equation lah gala-gala tu lagilah serabut. Okay, so you have any question?
No.
Tak ada, Doktor.
Tak ada.
Tak ada.
Belum
Okay.
ada lagi.
Belum kan? Sebab macam faham aja kan? Faham tak? Okay.
Faham.
Cuba kita recap.
Boleh lah sikit-sikit.
Boleh lah kan? Sebenarnya senang je kan cakap. I dah pecahkan kepada benda yang so comel-comel kecil-kecil untuk memastikan you faham. Okay, I nak panggil satu nama. Kita ada 71 orang kat sini. Di sini siapakah yang gambar comel-comel? I nak suruh dia buat sedikit recap. Apa yang dia belajar hari ni? Macam mana I nak tengok senarai nama yang 70 orang ni? Ish. Masing-masing dah suspend. Jangan berdebar. Sebab saya masih tak jumpa lagi macam nak cari nama korang. More action. Participant. Manage permission. Bukan. Korang. Ajarlah saya macam nak tengok nama korang. Oh, Seymour dekat sini. Okay. Dah. Dah pandai. Alright. So. Okay. Dah jumpa dah siapa nak panggil. Siapa? Zazmizul. Ada Zazmizul? Ada kat sini? I suka sebab tertarik gambar sawah padi you ni. Sawah padi ke apa entah.
Ya, Doktor.
Okay. Cuba you recap sikit apa benda yang kita belajar hari ni. Apakah? Recap. Tak perlu nak baca formula-formula yang detail-detail tu. Recap je. Hari ni kita belajar pasal apa?
Kita belajar pasal TVM, PV factor, apa lagi
Lagi.
sekejap. Future failure.
Hey, siapa yang nak fail tu?
Future value.
Yeah, future value.
Compound interest.
Yes, betul.
Tu cikut. Ataupun ada lagi.
Okay, compound interest. Betul. Itu je. Tapi apakah
Okay.
benda-bendanya tu? So, you belajar tentang, okay, first you tengok value of duit tu kan. Value of duit, dia berubah-ubah mengikut masa. So, that apa yang you nak kena calculate dekat situ, you akan belajar tentang future value dan present value. Nilai value duit sekarang dan nilai value duit pada masa akan datang, in the future value. And then what are the difference? So, you must be able to describe apakah perbezaan, the difference between FV and PV. And then you learn how to calculate the interest. Giving the interest and all the figures, you able to do some prediction, meaning that after like certain years, 5 years, 3 years, or how many years how much that we get if you invest this sum of money in this particular moment of time, in this PV, present value. So it's actually do some calculation about prediction of your money lah. And if you want to have certain amount of money, let's say you nak retired, okay, you nak retirement, ataupun you nak kahwin, retirement tu untuk kita orang yang dah tua-tua ni lah. Untuk korang tak adalah nak fikir retirement kan. So untuk korang muda-muda ni, maybe of course you fikir nak kahwin. So let's say I nak kahwin lagi 2 tahun, ada calon, I have my girlfriend I ni dah asyik ajak kahwin je. Tak elok, tak nak. Girlfriend tak nak ajak kahwin. Korang dah bersetuju bersama untuk berkahwin lagi 2 tahun. Okay. So, lepas 2 tahun, dalam masa 2 tahun ni, berapa banyak you nak kena mengumpul? Okay, untuk nak dapatkan, nanti sekarang lagi 2 tahun, tahun 2023, you nak kahwin, you dah ada 20,000 20k ringgit Malaysia in your account. So, how much will you invest? Monthly ke, annually ke, from now? So, that by the end of 2020, December 2023, okay, you have 20k in your bank account. So, the future value and the present value. Ataupun kita nak kira future value berapa yang kita dapat. Yang tadi example, kita dah tahu, kita dah determine the future value, kita nak 20k. So, another calculation is, okay, if you invest certain amount of money now, okay, how much you will get? That one more towards prediction. So, how much you will get after 2 years, by the year of 2023, how much you get if you invest 1,000 every month starting from today, kan? So those macam insurance punya kerja lah ni. Do some simple estimate calculation of financial. Okay, so itu saja untuk hari ni lah. Tu adalah untuk recap lah basically. So kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan, okay, dekat dalam iFolio, itulah ada kata dah tak reti nak upload dekat iFolio ni. Apa nak je, aku dah tak type dah you punya assignment. Okay, basically macam ni tau. Okay, I dah buka tapi I tak share dengan you Sini I share baik semula. Ting share content screen. Okay, macam gini. Macam gini, nampak tak? Project Economic Evaluation Proposal. Nampak Okay. Betul cakap, I dah type dah. Tapi I tak tahu macam mana aku nak mengupload dekat dalam assignment tu. Okay, tak apa. I bagi je dulu. You serba sedikit so that you can get yourself ready. Okay, in your group, students are required to form themselves. Okay, ni dah buat dah. So, this is a group report Jangan pergi hantar seorang satu pula jenuh nak tanda 99 muka surat. Okay, in 1,000 words, I tak tahulah, I try to make it 1,000. I hope cukup. Jangan buat banyak. Okay, you bagi serba sedikit 3 perkara tersebut. Pertama adalah, in your Excel semalam, yesterday, I just asked you to give the title of your project. Okay, in this assignment, give me some background of your given IDP project. Background means projek apa, tapak mana, background lah, berapa banyak capacity, design prosedur, apa benda yang you sedang fikirkan untuk pakai, apa consideration dia, apa benefits dia, apa benda lah, some background dekat bahagian area mana, letaklah sikit gambar location of the site, gambar jarak jauh, gambar topografi dekat, kan. So a little bit background of your given IDP project. Okay, so elaborate each of the project site given to you. You say that you have 3 kan? So yang lagi, let's say we talking about the ratio of the page. For example, okay, you describe your own project, the one that you have selected. Describe dalam lebih kurang like 2 pages or 3 pages, and another 2 project given to just 1 page pun cukup lah untuk you mention. Okay, in comparison to another 2 site, which are, okay, site nombor 1 apa benda kat mana, site nombor 2 apa benda kat mana. Okay, good enough. Tak payah nak elaborate panjang-panjang dekat site yang lagi 2 tu. Boleh? Okay, second part adalah emphasize site of your choice in SWOT analysis. Okay, in SWOT analysis ni I faham, I tak tahu you kena buat dekat IDP ke tidak, but I faham you baru the early or middle stage of your semester, so maybe not so much point untuk you buat dekat dalam SWOT analysis in terms of calculation ataupun design aspect. So dekat dalam SWOT analysis ni, what I would expect from a student adalah lebih kepada bentuk-bentuk seperti environmental, development of the area, community growth, benda-benda macam tu lah, occupational opportunities, if you develop this kat sini, okay, lebih kepada benda-benda yang berbentuk environment dan persekitaran macam tu. Faham tak maksud SWOT saya ni? Bukan dari segi nak suruh you calculate, okay, earthwork kalau kat sini total berapa, sana total berapa, maka bukan yang itu, not that one. Okay, because I faham at this particular moment, dalam middle of semester, you haven't calculate yet. Dah kira ke? Belum kan? Have you calculated your earthwork field, cut and fill area? Belum kan?
Belum.
So kalau I minta benda tu, it's unfair lah sebab you tak calculate lagi. And after all, benda tu adalah benda dekat dalam IDP punya assessment. It's not my part. So my part lebih kepada the management and economic growth. So maksudnya you can talk about economic growth punya aspek. Okay, economic growth of the society, of the community, SWOT dari segi yang itu. Faham?
Faham betul.
Okay, faham. Bagus. Tak payah bagi I design calculation. Aku pening tak kerti nak baca. Dah lama tinggal ni buat design. So dah tak ingat. I faham secara managing overall sahaja. Okay, dari segi dia punya environmental approach, benda tu boleh. But not the numbers and graph. Okay. Yang I nak numbers and graph adalah kat bawah tu lah. Tapi tak, itu belum. Itu hujung semester. And the last part, the C part, explain the roles and importance of conducting economic valuation of a project. Oh, terbaliklah you. I should change. This one, I minta dulu. Then, baru you boleh buat SWOT analisis. Ni nombor 2. Ke ni nombor 3? Macam mana Kalau you cerita pasal important economics evaluation dulu, then baru you cerita you punya SWOT is actually better. Sebab bila you nak menceritakan, you nak buat SWOT, you dah ada some idea. Oh, okay, dalam economic evaluation ni, apa benda-benda yang boleh digunakan. So, you mungkin boleh pakai certain simple economic valuation untuk buat you punya SWOT. Okay, so SWOT last. Okay, alright. In terms of example sahaja tau, not limited to this. community growth. Lagi economic. Community and economic growth. Contoh-contoh. Community and economic growth. Apa lagi tadi saya cakap? Environmental issue. Issues. Apa lagi? Apa lagi tadi? Punyalah banyak tadi saya cakap. Lupa. Dan lain-lain je lah. Okay. Siapa ingat nanti tolong tambah. Okay. Okay. Markah ni nanti I belum fix lagi. Okay, nanti I bagi markah later. Itulah I plan hari semalam nak post tapi tak sempat nak post. Ni pun nanti I akan bagi tahu later. Whenever. Tapi within 3 days sajalah. Tak nak panjang. Lama-lama nanti bukan korang buat pun, korang buat last minute je. Okay. SWOT ni jangan cerita pun panjang tau. Korang pandai kan buat SWOT analisis yang ada quadrant 4 tu kan, yang ada S, W, O, T tu kan. Buat SWOT analisis yang 4 quadrant tu, wording, description atau explanation dia tak payah panjang melik-lerik sangat lah. 1 point and you describe maybe like half page ke for each of the point. Tengoklah point tu sebesar mana coverage dia. Kalau you make it general je, economic growth, positive economic growth. Besar sangat kan. Kau tak pecah-pecahkan. Yang tu mungkin like 2 pages lah. Tapi janganlah bagi yang besar sangat. Environmental issue, berdemak seketul. Aku pecahkanlah sikit kat situ kan. Dari segi apa? Dari segi dia punya sustainability, greenery aspect ke, dari segi environmental ni carbon footprint aspect ke, dari segi pollution issues ke, kecil-kecil kan lah, janganlah environmental issue cerita kan. Okay, so ini I expect untuk you buat dalam masa seminggu ni sebenarnya as the homework. So you have some idea now, you boleh start Google search. So, you dah boleh start buat at least number 1 ni, dah boleh settle. Okay, number 2 pun dah faham. Number 3 ni, later I bagi, dah tahulah sebenarnya apa nak buat pun. So, okay lah, I bagi dalam masa seminggu lah, you submit next week kan. Okay, 7 days kan. Okay. So, nanti, you submit dekat dalam iFolio jugalah. Setelah I berjaya mengupload dia dekat dalam iFolio. Okay, so starting from now, you dah boleh Google cari. So, this is your homework for this week. Alright, itu saja untuk saya nak share dengan you guys. So, hopefully, jumpa lagi minggu hadapan, hari Rabu. Dr. Aizat kata dia nak pakai kelas kita kan? So, maksudnya hari Khamis lah. Betul?
Betul, Doktor.
Yang dia nak pakai tu hari Rabu minggu depan je ke setiap hari Rabu?
24 November kan?
Okay.
Minggu depan je kot. Sebab dia ada cakap ada siapa tak buat punya
Minggu depan sekali lagi Doktor.
Lagi 1 minggu.
Itulah. Tapi sebenarnya to be honest, saya kalau buat kelas saya biasanya memang saya ambil yang jam 2 jam tu je. Sebab setakat 1 jam aja tak adalah banyak sangat pun nak cerita. So biasanya tak sempat nak cakap apa, aku baru nak hai-hai, tiba-tiba dah kena bye-bye. So biasanya jam yang 1 jam punya kelas tu saya gunakan untuk student buat whatever macam ni lah. Kalau kata ada assignment, kalau ada task ke, kalau ada quiz ke, kalau ada apa ke, I akan guna masa yang 1 jam tu lah kerja-kerja berkumpulan. Bukanlah saya guna untuk lecture. Biasanya macam tu lah saya punya approach sebelum-sebelum ni. So maybe next week tengok macam mana. Kalau kita rasa nak buat, kita buat lah yang 1 jam tu. Kalau tak, kita buat yang 2 jam macam biasalah. Which is hari ni. Okay? Alright. Okay, itu saja dari saya. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih, Doktor.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doktor.
Terima kasih, Doktor.
Sama-sama.
Thank you Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Nak pergi makan dah. Bye-bye.
Doktor.
Mana anak mute?